24th day of August 2024. Welcome for this edition of News Now at 1. We have loads lined up for you, but first let's take a look at what is making headlines at this hour. The highlights. Fear and panic at an all-time high amongst residents in Busia County after the second case of Mpox was confirmed in Malaba.
Tuko na wasiwasi kubwa sana hapa Malaba juu hatujui inaweza shuka kwa sababu boda watu wanaanza kuvuka kwa boda.
Mining Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho storms Madini House, calls out staff over incompetence and overseeing illegal mining of minerals.
Hii mambo tuko na hii mpango tuna hii sasa inatusaidia nini?
And Kilifi County officials from the Kenya National Union of Teachers (NAT) and the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers (KUPPET) have joined the long list of teachers declaring to join the strike set to begin Monday.
That there will be no school starting Monday next week. Nobody should even think of going to school.
Thank you for joining. My name is Sheila Chelangat and the 30 minutes of this broadcast begins now. We begin in Busia County, where residents of the county have expressed fears after a second case of Mpox was confirmed in Malaba. The truck driver who was traveling from Mombasa to DRC tested positive and was evacuated to Alupe Referral Hospital in isolation for specialized treatment. Residents have now urged the national and county government to do sensitization to residents at borders to mitigate spread of the disease to other areas.
Tuko na wasiwasi kubwa sana hapa Malaba juu hatujui inaweza shuka kwa sababu boda watu wanaanza kuvuka kwa boda, pengine mtu anatoka Kongo, ametoka Uganda, ametoka Zaire, anapita hapa hivi na pengine ana hizo virusi na tunawabeba. So ndio tulikuwa tunaomba ya kwamba serikali ya county tunaomba ya kwamba iweke madaktari kwa boda ili wapime hao watu. Hii ugonjwa ya monkeypox tulikuwa tunaomba hii serikali yetu ya Kenya itusaidie sana.
Kitu muhimu sana na ikuwe urgent education. Wa educate hawa watu jinsi tunaweza kaa na jinsi tunaweza kufanya ili tusiambukizane.
Sisi tunaweza kusii wale washikadau kama serikali, especially serikali ya county and national government. Tunawaomba kwa unyenyekevu tukiwa kama residents wa Malaba, kama wale walipa ushuru. Sisi tunajua kwamba ugonjwa huu hakuna mtu ameleta, ila tu ni ugonjwa ambaye inaweza letwa kwa upepo ama ukiguzana na rafiki yako. Tunawaomba kama wahisani wale washikadau tuwasaidie na zile vifaa ambaye zinaweza kukinga mtu yule yoyote ambaye unaweza guzana na yeye ilikuwe umekuwa well protected.
Right, and Kilifi County officials from Kenya National Union of Teachers (NAT) and Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers (KUPPET) have joined the list of their counterparts in other regions, declaring to join the nationwide strike set to begin Monday. Speaking in Malindi, KUPPET's Executive Secretary Caleb Mogere announced that both unions have officially downed tools just as schools are set to reopen for the third term. Mogere blamed the Teachers Service Commission for neglecting the welfare of teachers in the country, while NAT Secretary General Malindi Branch Moses Mramba expressed solidarity with teachers in Kilifi and across the country.
We are here in unity together with the officials of NAT and the officials of KUPPET, the branch of Kilifi and Malindi Magalini NAT. The aim is to inform our members, our teachers, that there will be no school starting Monday next week. Nobody should even think of going to school on Monday. All of us, we are on strike, and we want to tell the Teachers Service Commission that we called for this strike not only for phase 2 CBA, but because of many other irreducible minimum requirements that we gave them. One of it is that we want all the 46,000 intern teachers to be confirmed on permanent and pensionable terms.
Na nataka niambie walimu wetu wajue kwamba sisi kama chama tumesoma pamoja na wao na hatujaachilia na hatutaachilia. Tarehe 25 Jumapili saa 6:01 usiku, walimu wote wa Kenya wataamka waanze mgomo rasmi, halafu warudi kulala na hakuna mtu kuwasumbua.
And Mining Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho stormed Madini House on Friday, where he took officials by surprise on illegal mining and smuggling activities in the country. Joho, who was furious on the lack of proper records and the officers' inability to explain the source of minerals, saw the CS direct the ministry's principal secretary Elijah Mwangi to take administrative action on one of the directors. The CS further ordered a report of all mining activities in the country and exports, saying the country is losing a lot of revenue due to the smuggling of minerals. Joho says revenues from the mining sector could alleviate the country's public debt, which stands at 10.5 trillion.
These ones, plus how it was booked. So you are testing for who? From what source? You don't know.
You see, sir, most people, they can't disclose where they're getting this money. We usually have a form.
So kazi yako ni nini?
We request them, can you tell us where it is? Then they say no.
So who is in charge of this place, director? Ni huyu?
Yes.
Yes. Somebody administrative action. This guy should show cause why he should remain here. And anybody from today henceforth, if people do not disclose sources, a mineral that comes to be tested, that person in charge here will take responsibility. What do you mean by colored stones?
Oh, colored stones. Those are the names and gemstones. When they come here, we give it a.
So if you're the experts, you will throw stones and you call them colored stones.
No, but that's a general name. But after doing it, we give
tell us.
Even when you did it, what did you find?
We can check
maybe the copies of the certificate. So what is?
Bring that certificate here.
This book is for what copies?
Bring that copy here. Where did it come from?
It's from the Rose.
Where was it mined? That's the question.
We don't know.
You don't know.
They don't tell us. But you are government. If somebody is not willing to disclose, why can't he take to Tanzania or Rwanda for testing?
I don't know.
No.
You know what this means? You've processed this stone here. You have given someone this report. This is what he uses. He goes to the airport, lives with it, and uses this to sell to the rest of the world. It is as simple as that. Yet you here are not even sure whether government royalties were paid, whether taxes were paid, whether that guy mined it illegally or from some licensed mine. You just process.
And away from that, Labor and Skills Development Principal Secretary Shadrach Mwadime has tasked the Mwatate youth and community at large to hold leaders accountable for what they feel is not working. Mwadime, together with other leaders during the Youth Summit in Taita Taveta County, emphasized the need for youth to reskill and upscale their skill set. Kenyans are getting jobs in skilled labor after the sealing of a BLEA in September this year will help in addressing the employment challenge.
Umetaja mambo ya processing of visas, zile mikataba ambao tutaweka kidole na hizi nchi itakuwa ni kuhakikisha kwamba visa processing inafanyika kwa haraka iwezekanavyo. Taja nikiwa huko ndani kwamba kuna mkataba tutaweka kidole karibuni, a bilateral labor agreement with Germany. Actually tarehe 13 mwezi ujao tutaweka mkataba huo ambao utahakikisha hata experts wa hospitality, experts wa IT, medical doctors. Sasa hata hapa tuzungumzie kuhusu nurses peke yake, lakini hata madaktari wenyewe ambao wamefuzu na wameshindwa kupata kazi nchini Kenya kwa wakati huu, kwa sababu polepole tunapopanua uchumi wetu, basi wengine wao wataweza kufanya kazi hapa, lakini kabla hawajapata kazi hapa, ili tusiwaeke wakae bure mwaka moja, miaka 2, miaka 3, miaka 4, you know, they are being wasted. Tutumie nafasi ambazo zinapatikana, basi waende huko ng'ambo.
Tumeanza hii program mwaka huu na hii ni mara ya 3 sasa kuja na EMG hapa, na kila wakati tunakuwa na wanafunzi ambao tunachagua wanafunzi kama 25 kwa kila wakati tunapokuja. Sasa nafasi na wakati mara ya 3 sasa kuja, na this time around tunachukua pia wanafunzi 25 ambao wataenda kwa kusomea nursing assistant.
Shift focus to the north, where Wajir North Member of Parliament Ibrahim Sanei has condemned the abduction of 2 of his constituents by plainclothes police officers in Butte town. The Member of Parliament said the 2 teenagers, Omar Mohammed and Mohammed Ali, were abducted while riding bicycles on Tuesday this week. According to the Member of Parliament, a 3rd youth, Dado Ado, was allegedly killed by police officers at Ajawa Shopping Center on Thursday this week. The Member of Parliament wants the government to come clean on the killing and the abductions.
My constituents are held incommunicado. Their whereabouts is not known. Their relatives are in grief. Actually, they are being tortured, moved about, and their presence not known to us. So my concern is, why not follow the law? Why not follow the procedures? I belong to a government that has promised there shall never be any extrajudicial killings or abductions. Why should it happen at this level? Comparatively, it is better to have a floating body on River Yala than not finding your next of kin who has just disappeared. At least on River Yala, you can get the body and bury. What we are trying to witness is disappearances, cruel punishments. And I don't know why the law can't be followed. Should they be criminals? We have no problem. They should be taken to courts and be taken through the criminal justice system. If this goes on, we will radicalize communities. We have community structures. I come from Wajir North that was always at the forefront in fighting Al-Shabaab.
And the Ministry of Education, in partnership with the Action Foundation, on Friday held the Ebuka Girls in STEM national competition at the Dagoretti Special School in a bid to empower young girls with disabilities in leveraging technology and partnership for inclusive education and equality.
In a bid to ensure more girls take up science subjects, the Ministry of Education has embarked on a series of engagements seeking to empower girls, more so those living with disabilities.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the climax of Ebuka Girls in STEM, a program that has targeted 3,000 girls, over 35 special secondary schools. According to the Ministry of Education, only 1% of girls living with disabilities globally are literate and have knowledge of STEM subjects, with more than 50% of girls with disabilities have faced some form of violence, compared to 30% of boys with disabilities and 20% of non-disabled girls. There has been a kind of thinking that a girl or a student with a disability cannot excel. But what we have seen, the projects that we have seen, the way the girls have been able to express themselves tells us that there is power in empowering a girl with a disability. According to the students, the program has empowered them and made them feel equal to other students despite the discrimination they face from the society.
This program has given me, to be open-minded, to learn new things daily. It has made me understand, okay, I can do better in maths.
She thinks that she feels encouraged, and especially to come here and the success that she has had.
Girls with disabilities face a lot of stigma in community, where people feel like because they have a disability, they probably should be married off early. Or
the Ministry of Education also admitted that the girls with disabilities face challenges due to lack of the necessary resources needed to support an inclusive learning environment. They also stated that patriarchal norms prioritize marriage over career development for girls with disability, further limiting the education and professional development opportunities.
The data we have seen that there are very few girls with disabilities who make it to high school, and the few that do are not supported to succeed. So we felt that focusing on girls is important at this point, while we have initiatives that focus on both boys and girls, so that we can shift that narrative and ensure that girls are also seen, heard, and respected. And we've also seen a shift in public perception about what girls with disabilities can or cannot do, and a lot of milestones within our schools.
Samira Mohammed for TV47.
Thank you, Samira. President William Ruto is today expected to grace the homecoming ceremony of Cooperatives Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya in Kakamega County. The event, to be held at Emabole Grounds in Butere, will also be graced by Azimio Coalition leader Raila Odinga and Primary Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, amongst other leaders. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is unlikely to attend the event as he is scheduled to grace public events in Kajiado and Thika. This will be President Ruto's inaugural attendance of his new cabinet secretary's homecoming ceremonies. Next week, he is expected to grace the homecoming of cabinet secretaries Opiyo Wandayi and John Mbadi in Luo Nyanza, where he hopes to win the region's support for the 2027 poll, should Odinga win the Africa Union Commission chairmanship seat. For now, he is live in Nandi County. Let's take a listen in on what is going on at ground.
Sana kufika hapa Aldai Nandi County kwa mara nyingine tena. Unajua wiki iliyopita nilikuwa hapa kwenu na leo nilikuwa hapa Nandi Hills. Lakini leo nimefika hapa na mimi nataka kwanza niwashukuru sana watu wa Aldai na watu wa Nandi County. Tulikuja hapa tukaomba kura zenu jameni, mkatupatia. Mimi nasema asante sana. Vigabanda gale hii wale gongwe na tulikubaliana wakati huo ya kwamba tukimalizana na mambo ya kura tunaendelea na mambo ya maendeleo. Ama tulikubaliana aje boss? Sisi tulikubaliana namna hiyo. Na ndio sababu leo mimi nimefika kona hii yenu. Nimekuja na mambo matatu. Ya kwanza kabisa nimekuja kuwaeleza ya kwamba mambo ya stima Nandi County, tumesema ya kwamba stima ifike kwa manyumba ya wananchi wengi. Tunaelewana? Stima ifike kwa nyumba ya wananchi wengi. Leo mimi nimefika hapa kuwaambia ya kwamba watu wa Nandi County, hii program ya last mile connectivity ya kupeleka stima kwa nyumba ya wananchi kidogo ilikuwa imekwama. Lakini tumeikwamua, tumetafuta marafiki, tumeweka pesa ya serikali. Sasa tuko na pesa zaidi ya bilioni 30 ya kuendesha hii program ya last mile. Na hapa Nandi County tumewapatia shilingi bilioni 1.5. Watu wa Aldai tumewapatia milioni 330 kuunganisha stima kwa manyumba yenu hapa Aldai. Huyu mjumbe wenu pamoja na MCS na viongozi wale wengine akiwemo governor watatuambia ni kijiji gani haijapata stima ndio tupeleke stima huko. Tunaelewana? Leo nimekuja kuanzisha hiyo mradi hapa Jeptigit, kagile miologe Jeptigit nyo. Hapa Jeptigit hapa. Wale wako na hiyo yote watu 114 ya Jeptigit leo tumewawekea stima kila mtu na hakuna malipo. Wewe unawekewa stima alafu utajipanga ukienda mbele. Tunaelewana? Hiyo ndio program mimi nimekujia hapa siku ya leo. Ya pili, mimi nimefika hapa kwa sababu ya ile kula pale. Tayari tumesema tunataka kilimo iweke pesa kwa mfuko ya wakulima. Na tumekubaliana saa hizi wale watu wetu wa cooperative wanalipa shilingi 45. Tumetoa pesa ya serikali shilingi bilioni 1. Mimi naambia watu wa KCC kuanzia mwisho wa mwezi huu walipe kila mkulima kwa lita 1 shilingi 50. Tumeongeza bei kwa KCC mpaka 53. Hiyo shilingi 3 iko mbele. KCC hawa watu wengine sijui cooperative nani transporter nani wagawane shilingi 3. Shilingi 50 iende kwa nani? Kwa mkulima. Kwa sababu mkulima.
More of that definitely in our subsequent bulletin. Former Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba has let the cat out of the bag about the lack of accountability and credible governance in most sport federations in the country. Namwamba, who is on a brief break, singled out football, athletics and volleyball federations as the major culprits. However, he believes his successor Kipchumba Murkomen will put the sports sector in order.
I was roasted on 2 things which was absolutely unwarranted.
Immediate former Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba has spilled the beans about what is ailing sports in the country. The international lawyer defended the government and blamed federations for alleged impunity and corruption. The 48-year-old did not mince his words about the sorry state of affairs at the Kenya Volleyball Federation.
The Kenya Volleyball Federation did a very silly thing the other day. Kenya has had a long-running agreement with the World Volleyball Federation where they give technical support. They give a grant, they give coaches. The Malkia Strikers has always had a Brazilian coach under that arrangement. Dudes sit down, decide, we want to cancel this arrangement. And why do they want to cancel the arrangement? Because they want to appoint themselves to be the ones to manage the team, because Olympics is in town. People must go to Paris.
The former Budalangi legislator revealed why the National Olympic Committee of Kenya declined to enter into a partnership with national carrier Kenya Airways.
I negotiated with Kenya Airways a special ticket rate. And I approached Alan Kilavuka, the CEO of KQ. I told him, Alan, we are taking Team Kenya to Paris. Why doesn't KQ become our flight partner for Team Kenya? Even brand a couple of aircraft in Team Kenya colors. Then offer subsidized tickets to Team Kenya. Okay? Alan accepted. He even wrote back to me because I formally wrote to him as minister. He wrote back to me, he made an offer, okay? But after we gave the resources to the responsible body, they decided they're not interested in that deal.
He also spilled the beans about what transpired around the Team Kenya Olympics ceremonial kit.
Mr. Francis Mutuku, the Secretary General of NOC, he should come here actually so that he can explain it himself. I mean, it is a NOC process. So I looked at that stuff and I said, no. The quality of the fabric, the production, the outlook. I told him no. Yeah. I told him no. This Haitoshi Mboga.
Despite these challenges, he believes his successor Kipchumba Murkomen is up to the task in putting the sports house in order. Tony Kwalanda, TV47.
Thank you, Kwalanda. The Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, has stated that the party would not hesitate to withdraw its contribution from the Kenya Kwanza administration if the head of state will not listen to the cries of the public servants and Kenyans at large. Speaking during his homecoming ceremony in Ebwali area in Vihiga County, the ODM deputy party leader, who also doubles as Vihiga County Senator Godfrey Osotsi, has sent a stern warning to the president administration, adding that ODM was only providing technical assistance in running the affairs of the government. But the key mandate to serve Kenyans lies with the Kenya Kwanza leadership. The ODM leader has also stated that the party upholds the teachers' planned strike, calling on the government to implement all neglected agreements with teachers.
Standards is found in the character of human beings. Bado sisi tuko chama kama ODM na tuko chama ya upinzani. Wewe Mheshimiwa Ruto, kesho nitakuwa na wewe kule kwa ubaya. Na mimi sitaogopa kuambia kwamba ukifanyia Wakenya mazuri, sisi kama ODM tutakuunga mkono. Lakini ukiendelea kunyanyasa Wakenya, sisi hatuko na wewe, tutakukosoa. Hii mambo ambayo mmesikia, mambo ya walimu, mambo ya education, chama cha ODM msimamo wao ni kwamba hiyo mambo irekebishwe. Na tutaongea juu ya hiyo, hatutaogopa. Mambo ya bei ya vyakula inaenda juu. Tunaendelea kusukuma urudishe chini. Kwa hivyo sisi bado tuko na nyinyi wananchi kama ODM, tutaendelea kuwatetea. Wale ambao wanasema ati ODM imeenda huko, ninasema hiyo ni yenu, si ndio?
And to the world of sports, the national team which represented the country at the 2024 Paris Olympics were rewarded at a Team Kenya Gala Awards ceremony in Nairobi on Friday night. Each athlete who won a gold medal walked away with over 1.2 million shillings. Silver medalist pocketed close to 1 million shillings, while bronze medalists scooped about 700,000 shillings. The ceremony was organized by the National Olympics Committee of Kenya in partnership with Kenya Tourism's board and other sponsors. In attendance was Sports Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and NOC President Dr. Paul Tergat.
National Olympic Committee, these are our legends. A gold medal will go with $10,000. So if you have 3 gold, how much? As an individual. Silver, 7,500. That is USD. And bronze, 5,000.
First of all, congratulations to CS Ababu Mwamba, who has led the ministry successfully for the last 2 years. It is essential to begin a
Congratulations to Team Kenya. More than 150 golfers are today taking part in the 32nd edition of the Njuri Ncheke Golf Festival at Nanyuki Sports Club in Laikipia County. The annual competition has attracted teams from Meru, Nyeri and Nairobi counties and aims to showcase the Ameru culture. Junior golfers are also participating in the tournament, which ends this evening.
The Junior Championship tournament, we thank them because they've buyed a lot of prizes for the winners and for the medals.
Aim of DGF is to promote golf on the grassroots